Below the redacted text of the letter sent to Einstein, where Wilhelm Reich proposes a date for their second meeting, this time bringing the Orgone Accumulator with him in order to proceed with the demonstration, a handwritten text reads, February 1st, 1941, at Einstein's, 1.2 degrees centigrade, at after exchange of the thermometer, 0.9 degrees centigrade. Difference. The context within which these words were handwritten refers to the demonstration that took place that day in question, whereas an increase in temperature was registered by a control thermometer placed above the Orgone Accumulator as a result of the concentrated radiation emitted from within the apparatus. The source of the power that ignited this increase in temperature was heretofore unknown in classical science. A new paradigm was thus being demonstrated as existing to the most powerful scientist on Earth. A new era in human evolution was knocking at the doors of a tired, dark, old world, ready to further its path, which, having mastered the laws of physics, was ready to enter the cosmic age. Eva Reich indicated in the transcript of the translation of this historical document, The Einstein Affair, as a note directed to the trustees of the Wilhelm Reich Foundation at the time that such translation of this handwritten text was to be included in future publications of the document, at the time not available. This request was not honored, and it is only within the pages of the original documentation, as freely provided by the Orgone Institute archives, that the translation from German into English, as redacted by herself, is offered.
E6. The German copy has a note in Wilhelm Reich's handwriting as a postscript, which is lacking in the translation. On next page, and which is important. As I decipher it, 1 February by Einstein. February 1st, 1941 at Einstein's. 1.2 degrees centigrade und nach Austausch des Thermometers 0.9 degrees centigrade difference. 1.2 degrees centigrade and after exchange of the thermometer 0.9 degrees centigrade difference. The next line is illegible, but I make out M org I in control for Zuken trans with org thermometer in the control experiment ? In other words, only in an illegible Wilhelm Reich German footnote, handwritten, is the fact of their meeting February 1 and the fact of initial confirmation of temperature difference documented. After that, Einstein turned color, as it were, and the comments before he turned around are crucial.
The implications of this ignored piece of handwritten text in the document holds an immeasurable meaning in regards to human evolution. The confirmation of an increase in temperature within the Orgone Accumulator from no known source that took place that day at Einstein's home with the two scientists as the only witnesses saw the inception of a new era in human development. Where physical laws declare a gradual decline into disorder towards ultimate disintegration, the functional laws that govern the living declares a re-emerging from disintegration into higher stages of development. Wilhelm Reich named the expression of this law as identified in the physical manifestations of its character, the orgone or life energy. Going back to the experiment that took place that 1st of February of 1941 at Einstein's home in Princeton, if the stipulation of emptiness in space was correct, as asserted by contemporary physical laws, the spokesman of which was Einstein himself, no temperature change should have taken place within the Orgone Accumulator, for based on the accepted laws of physics, there is nothing to be attracted by means of the arrangements designed in the construction of the accumulator. According to Wilhelm Reich's directives, alternating layers of organic and inorganic materials would attract and reflect the life energy's radiation that exists within the atmosphere. The organic material would attract it, hence the outer layer of the apparatus would have been constructed of organic material, and the inorganic material located within the enclosure would serve the opposite function, repelling the life energy's radiation. Once attracted, the radiation would find no way to escape within the metal walls of the Orgone Accumulator, finding itself to be bounced off the metal walls as repelled by the inorganic material. This stoppage of the orgone's radiation's kinetic energy manifests as an increase in temperature. In conventional physics, the stronger is attracted by the weaker, the highest flows towards the lower. According to the laws that guide the living, however, as discovered by Wilhelm Reich in the application of the functional laws of potentials, it is the weaker that is attracted towards the stronger. The demonstration of the temperature increase within the Orgone Accumulator confirms that space is not empty, but that it holds a living element, termed orgone or life energy, by its discoverer, Wilhelm Reich.